Sell millions of shoes since the early 1900s. The original Buster Brown character lived in Hornersville, Missouri. He died in 1936, but the town has not forgotten its most famous resident and now wants to honor his memory. Grant Weedy reports.
Oh, my goodness. The new Buster Brown comic book, number 25. Why, of course I'll autograph it for you, son.
Buster Brown shoes have been selling for years. Back in the 1950s, the Buster Brown gang even had its own TV show.
Say, those are a dandy style of Buster Brown shoes. They're made of genuine water buffalo hide. Think of that.
One constant over the years has been the familiar trademark.
That's my dog, Tige. He lives in a shoe. I'm Buster Brown. Look for me in there, too.
At a cemetery in Hornersville, the spirit of Buster Brown lives on, because it's here where the original Buster Brown is laid to rest, a midget named Major Ray.
He started with his dog Tige advertising for shoes for the Brown Shoe Company, and they called the shoes Buster Brown shoes, which I'm sure everybody that ever grew up knew about Buster Brown shoes. Of course, there was others that followed him that advertised, but he was the original Buster Brown.
The town of Hornersville wants to remember Major Ray with a tombstone in the cemetery. All that marks the grave now is a nearby monument to Major's wife, Jenny.
All these years, there's never been nothing done. All I know is I can remember riding in his car. I remember, like I say, going to church with him and sitting beside of him.
He's just a little midget that I remember from the time I was a little girl.
The town hopes to raise enough money to unveil a new tombstone later this summer.
Did you know the one who portrayed the original brightest little boy in town lived right here in Region 8? Well, a community in southeast Missouri sure knows all about this and a whole lot more. As a matter of fact, today they honored their hometown hero with a very special gift. David Hershey has more.
Hey, it's Buster Brown and his dog Tag. That's what kids used to scream whenever the duo made appearances on TV or at fairs. In real life, he was known as Major Ray. He stood only 41 inches in height, and today he's buried here in Hornersville, Missouri, next to his wife, who is just his type. Jenny Ray wasn't much taller than the Major. And although he died half a century ago, the people around here still remember Major Ray as children and recall how special he really was.
He was just special that in first place that he was just a little man and a curiosity, and I think he was kind of famous. I actually think he put Hornersville on the map at one time, and he gave a lot of his money away. He didn't squander all of it. He prospered. He had money, and as they say that he kind of lost a lot of interest in things when his wife died, and that made a lot of difference to him.
This monument honoring Major Ray, which stands right next to the one he built for his wife, marks his final resting place. Donations from the community were easily obtained in getting the monument.
I think that people were ready for it. It had been talked about, and they were interested in it, and it wasn't a bit of trouble to get the funds made up for it. And the man voluntarily drew the picture for us, and as his part, and everybody has just been more than willing to do what they could, and I'm very proud of it.
By the way, the monuments you see here were drawn and sculpted to match the couple's actual size. And although he stood only about a yardstick's length off the floor, in the hearts of the people here today, Major Ray will stand tall forever. David Hershey, Region 8 News, Hornersville, Missouri.
We've all heard